Bogey sit. Have you ever thought of what it'd be like to really be blind? I mean, truly blind? Never see another rainbow? Never watch the waves wash upon the shore? Or to see the twinkle of a star in the late night sky? I'm told that the other senses kick in to help compensate for the loss of sight. Hearing, smell, taste, touch. But nothing can really replace the gift of sight. However, I do think there are other kinds of blindnesses, not just a loss of sight. There are those who refuse to see. There are those who come to an oneg or a potluck and don't bring anything week after week, and yet never recognizes how skimpy the table is. Or there are those who take Mrs. Schmidt's parking spot, knowing that she's elderly. They just don't pay attention. Or the children that run through the synagogue, they knock old ladies and old men down because they're too busy playing, not watching what they're doing. Or even worse, the parents who don't watch their children, who can't protect them and defend them because they're too busy focusing on something else. I think in the world we live in today, we cannot afford to be blind. In fact, I believe that many of us are walking around without sight. I live in a town that 10 years ago was one of the 5 top places in America to move to. And now it's the myrtle capital of my state. Things change. I think that when we walk around the world today, we have to walk with our eyes open. We have to live with our eyes wide open. And not just to the bad things, but to the miracles. Yes, the sunsets, the flowers, the world around us, the acts of kindness and generosity. We live in a wondrous world, and yet a very dangerous place. With all the crime, and with ISIS and the terrorists taking place, it's interesting, and most people still don't see it. I think there's a reality coming, a reality that sometimes is what Yeshua said. You have to discern the signs of the times. You have to see what they are. I think the best way to prepare for life now is to walk with our eyes open. And at the same time, we have a responsibility, according to the scriptures, to be a light unto the nations and a light unto the world. This is our task, to help open the eyes of the blind, let them see the wondrous beauties and the dangers. Our job is miraculous. Our job is unique. Our job can't be done alone. We need not a pair of eyes, but many pairs of eyes. We need communities who are aware of what's happening. I say this today because in my heart of hearts, I feel there's a great storm coming, a big storm, one that would change our world and maybe our nation and our lives. We have to be prepared, walk with our eyes open, walk in a community whose eyes are open. And in this, we recognize the fact that God is almighty, but we recognize it with our eyes open. I tell you, there's a storm coming, and in truth, there is none so blind as those who will not see. There is no place for the blind anymore. And cut.